Well, hello, my YouTube family. If yesterday I came home a little early, it's 6:43 now. So I came home about 6:38-ish, and then I had to call Pop. What a day, people. What a day. And I'll discuss it with you after we do Lips of the Day. I'm fond of this one, but I like yesterday's better. This one's not so bad. But a girl, well, I can't really call her a girlfriend, a co-worker of mine absolutely loved this lip. She's like, "What are you wearing?" I said, you want to talk about lipstick? So she saw that I was like all involved. And she said, "Yeah, you got into the wrong line of business." I said, "You damn well right. Damn well right about that." And so, anyway, yeah. So let's discuss what Lips of the Day is. I'm about to sneeze. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Thank you. Whoever said God bless you out there. Thank you very much. At least I saw it coming. Something feels good about a good sneeze. You know what I mean? Okay, let's move on. Oh my God, it's Friday. Thank you, Jesus. The liner is NYX Rose Brown. I know I have a larger Rose Brown, but this is still the one that's a nub, as you can tell. So it's still here, lined. And filled is the last of the Tarte lipsticks, the little last mini. And this shade is called Margs, M-A-R-G-S, Margs. It's kind of like, it looks like a matte, so I had to put a little, you know, my little Honeybee Essence lip gloss. Yeah, so I put a little of that on top to just give it just a touch of sheen. Because this particular lip look, even though I like it, I'm not crazy, loving it like I did yesterday's, but I'm not hating it. I'm not hating this look. Even though, you know, it is a good nude look, it needs a little bit of shine. This is one of those pinky nudes. I'm not too crazy about pinky nudes. I like brownie nudes, beige-ish nudes better. But this one's not bad. It's not like a La Garbaggio kind of situation. I like it. I'm keeping it. It's a keeper. And it looks good on me. Okay. All right. So that is that. With that upon that, sit down. Oh, y'all wanted stories? Okay, here's one. When I tell you at 4:59, this is a minute before 5, people. 4:59. 4:59 is when I close the phone. To hell with that. And on Fridays, I don't close my computer until I'm done. Lord have mercy. There we go. Until I'm done with the overtime and all of that. 4:59. Here comes some, God forgive me, he looked like a bum. A disabled bum. Homeless. Just strolled on in. Now, mind you, I'm the only one in the reception area. He strolled on in, and I said, "Hi, may I help you?" And I'm thinking to myself, wow, somebody should have came with him because he is not looking right. He just sat himself down, and then he starts mumbling. And I don't understand jack of what he's saying. So I have to keep going, "Excuse me? Could you speak a little louder? I can barely understand what you're saying." And he was saying that he had gone to church, but the church was closed, and somebody directed him here, meaning the office, because it used to be a temple. Well, it's not a temple anymore. It's not a temple anymore. It's an agency. So Now I'm starting to panic because I am the only one sitting there. So I went to go get my supervisor. She long gone. Office closed. Doors locked. Gone. So I said, ain't this some ish? The one time that I actually need this woman. So I'm looking for other coworkers. People are leaving. They're fleeing. It's Friday. They got to go. So I come back and I sit there and I'm like, what am I going to do with this person? I said, sir, you can't sit here. I'm sorry, you're going to have to leave. You can't sit here. And then he starts talking about, well, I'm not feeling well, and I just need to sit down for a little bit. And I said, oh, sweet Jesus. All I wanted to do was just shut the phone down, go in and do my overtime, and then let me go home. And this has to happen now. So a coworker is walking out the door, and I said, oh, excuse me. I need your assistance on something. And I explained to her the situation. I said, this gentleman just strolled in from the outside. And he's not a client. He just, and I can barely understand what he's saying. So she's taking real good time to talk to him. And, you know, can you take a bus? How did you get here? And he's talking about, I came from New Hyde Park. And I said, you walked here from New Hyde Park? And he's like, mm-hmm. And I'm like, that don't sound right at all. Plus, now he's talking about, well, I live in Far Rockaway. I said, oh, wow. Far Rockaway, New Hyde Park. So what she got out of him was, I don't have any money to take the bus. So she was digging in her purse, and I said, oh, well, I can support him on that. I gave her $1.50, and she put her $1.50 on top. And we were going to give him the money. Somebody must have gotten wind of what was going on in the front, in the back. This person came out and said, Nancy, why don't you just call 911? I said, well, I don't know. She said, just call 911 because he doesn't look right. And we don't need to be responsible for somebody that's not even with us as part of the agency. So I said, okay. So I called 911. Here come the cops. Hey, Mr. So-and-so, how's it going? So apparently they know who this person is. He must do this a lot. Hey, Mr. So-and-so, how'd you find yourself here? Do you need any assistance? Let's take you home. And now he's talking about, no, it's okay. I just want to take the bus to go home. And the cop is telling him, well, we could give you a ride to go home. And he's like, no, I don't want to take the train. I just want to take the bus. So the cop is like, okay, now he's looking at me and the other coworker. And he's like, look, I can't force him to leave and, to come with us. I can't really, drag him out. And we were both telling him, but we're about to close and he can't stay here. So then the cop's partner came in. Now must be getting wind for the rest of the coworkers that are out. Everybody's peeking in outside. What's going on? What's going on? Why do these things happen to me? Why do they happen to me? Anyway, they asked Mr. So-and-so, is it okay if we walk you to the bus stop? Will that help you? And he said, yeah, okay, yeah, all right. So they escorted him out, but then apparently he just stopped himself in the middle of the hallway because it's a door, a hallway, and then our door. He stopped in the doorway. And they were like, come on, Mr. So-and-so, come on, you can't stay here, you can't stay here. So eventually they lured him out. I guess they took him down to the bus stop. I don't know. But I'm not going to be a damn bit surprised if my supervisor calls me in on Monday talking about why did you call 911? I have witnesses. So it's not like I'm making ish up. Plus, I'm on the camera. So all I wanted to do was just go do my overtime. So after this takes about 15, 20 minutes, now I have to go do my overtime and stuff that I had to do for the weekend crew, which I have to do every Friday. But it pays off. Because my check today, I was like, oh, I'm going to take my time with this overtime. So I expect next Friday's check to look just as good as this Friday's check. Okay. I don't need strangers just roaming on in. Before that happened, here comes this dude. Oh, I'm here. I'm waiting on my girlfriend. She's going to be here in a minute. Don't you know this boy sat down, put his head up against the wall, and just gone. I looked at this person. I said, is somebody playing a trick on me? Am I on candid camera? What the hell is going on? About 20 minutes later, here comes his girlfriend. Like, how are you going to get your boyfriend to go into the job that you work in, you're an aide at, and you're just going to have him sit there and just fall asleep? Waiting on you? It was one of those Fridays, people. Like, seriously, one of those Fridays. And now I'm looking at myself, and my cheeks are rather rosy pink. I'm wearing one of these Kourtney Kardazzles. I love this, but I guess I was a little heavy-handed on the blush. My goodness. I really should check myself before I get out. I'm wearing this blush. I'm actually wearing the combo, because this over here is supposed to be a bronzer. Yeah. This is supposed to be a highlighter. Yeah. And this is the pink rosy blush. Usually I mix the two, which is what I did, but I guess I was a little heavy-handed with this particular shade. So, this is what it looks like. So, yeah, my cheeks are looking rather glowy. I mean, I like glow, but wow. This is... I'm home now. I really don't care. I really don't care. And then I got in the car and I was like, oh, I could just go to, I have enough money to go to Sonic, and maybe I could get some food at Sonic and then bring that home. And then I'm looking at my gas tank and I'm like, no, you can't, Nancy. No, boo-boo. And you don't have that much money. So it's one of two things. You go to Sonic and you have yourself a good old time trying to get your food home. Okay? Try to get it home. So I had to ixnay on the Sonic to get some gas, because that's all I had. I had enough money for either one, but not both, until tomorrow, because tomorrow I have to go to the bank. But I have to go to the bank because tomorrow's going to be, it's not going to be a relaxing Saturday at all. I have to go to the bank, take money out, then I have to go to the Jeep dealership because it's up for its, like, not inspection, but like, you know, regular every 3-month checkup kind of a thing. They send an email, they leave a message on your phone. And it's good because, you know, I really need the Jeep. So, again, hair does not get done because I really don't have that much money, because I don't make that much money. So I had enough. I'm going to take out enough to, you know, get the Jeep, whatever needs to be done. It's usually a $40 thing, $45 thing. So hopefully that'll be just it. I won't need any extra. Nothing else needs to be done. Then after that, have to go to Dollar Tree because I just need to get a body wash. And I like the smell of Dollar Tree's body wash. So I'll get, you know, a couple of those. And then I'll come home, people. Maybe I'll buy myself a little mocha frappe. I usually like to have a mocha frappe on a Saturday morning when I'm just, you know, just touting about. And apparently, well, it's going to rain tonight for sure, because there was a dark cloud amongst the sky, and I was like, please, Lord Jesus, just let me get home before this torrential rain comes down. So it is going to come down, maybe not right this very second, but sometime tonight. I'm expecting to hear thunder boomers And because it's the humidity, and yeah, in the cool air and humidity and hot air and humidity or whatever. So I'll be home, and Pop will come home hopefully tonight instead of doing a double shift. He hasn't been doing a double shift lately, which is kind of good for me because I like when he's home. That's basically it in a nutshell. That was the story of the day. I really don't need to be the only one out in reception having people just stroll up in on me. Because, you know, if some crazy cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs dude comes in with a machete of some sort, who do you think is the first one he gonna cut up? I'm just saying. And I don't have any, like, secret buzzers to emergency. No, it's not that kind of a place. You're on your own, Nancy. So I better learn how to fight like Uma Thurman in that movie, whatever the hell movie it was. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When she wore that yellow jumpsuit with the black stripe on the side. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I need to learn how to fight like her. So I can defend my own damn self. This is all I'm talking about, people. I just need to survive. I just need to survive the rest of my years. Okay? I mean, you know, come on. So that is basically that, with that, upon that. There was nothing on TV last night. So I'm looking through the TV guide. Yes, people, like I said, I still have a TV guide. And what do I see in what's playing in stars? So I said, Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. I started to watch it. It was already starting, but I know exactly where to pick it up because I have the movies. I've watched them a gazillion times. Don't you know I got bored? And I said, you know what? I really don't feel like watching it. I kicked myself in my own damn ass because I'm like, what are you saying? What are you saying? Are you actually saying that you don't want to watch this movie, Nancy? I really didn't. I wanted to watch The View because I have The View taped for the week. I watched some of that. I watched TMZ because I taped TMZ for the rest of the week. I watched so much of The View and so much of TMZ. Before I knew it, it was 11 o'clock. I said, wow. And then I came inside and I stayed on the computer for like another 30, 35 minutes, and then I went to bed. But lately, this is what's happening, and I am not fond. I am waking up before my alarm. It's bad enough I have to wake up at 5:45 in the morning, people. Why am I waking up at like 5:15, 5:30? I woke up at 5:05 this morning because I had to go pee. When you get older, you make multiple trips. Okay, so I looked at the clock. I said, now, ain't this some ish? 5:05? By the time I get cozy and I find my little nook in my bed, my little like warmth, my little comfort, and Tom snuggles up next to me, it's going to be time to wake up again. But I did go back to sleep. I said, I'll be damned if I'm going to let just a whole like 40 minutes go by. I didn't go to sleep. I rested. And then the alarm went off, and I said, well, no turning back now. But lately, 5:30, 5:27. Like, why am I waking up earlier than my alarm? I don't understand. And then one day I'm going to say, you know, I'm just going to test the theory. I'm not going to need my alarm at all. That's the day I'm going to sleep until 10 o'clock, and then I'm going to be late. Because that's the way my life works. So that is it, people. That is all. That was the story of the day. Okay, you wanted stories. Some of you wanted stories. Some of you, I don't know. I'm getting beef from people who think that I don't want to talk about my job, to people that like, why aren't you talking about making, you know, we really miss your stories. And then, damned if I do, damned if I don't. You know what? I'm going to do what I want to do. Guess whose channel it is? Mine. So when I feel like talking about stories, I'll talk about work stories. If I don't feel like telling any stories, or if there's nothing to tell, then there's nothing to tell. There was something to talk about today. I'll tell you that much. Like, I really thought that I was on candid camera. I said, okay, I know I'm being recorded. I know this is a joke, right? This man just strolled on in. And he was skinny as the dickens. Like, he hadn't had a meal in days. He had a cane. He was walking with a limp. He was tall as hell. I said, this is not, this, somebody is really playing with my ass today. Had to call the cops. I mean, I am not one for calling 911 people. I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people out in the street that if I see something, if I see a black person or a white person doing something that really is of the norm, because all of a sudden, you know, kids are being called on for selling lemonade, you know, things of that nature, like people just calling the cops just for sheer nonsense. I don't like to call the cops. Okay? I just don't. I just don't. So when I had to dial 911, of course, I had to explain the whole situation. They said, don't worry, we'll be there in a minute. They really did. They came in a heartbeat. If it was a different neighborhood, I don't think they would have come that fast. But I'm just saying, that's just me, thinking out loud. But they came in a whipsy. Come to find out, they already know who this man is. Hey, Mr. So-and-so, what are you doing? Why are you roaming in here? I said, oh, this is not his first rodeo? This is not his first rodeo, just strolling on in people's businesses. What the hell? I have a feeling, personally, I have a feeling he is a mental case who maybe escaped Creedmoor or whatever the hell. Yeah, one of those. An escapee. Somebody done left the door open and here it goes. Just strolling on out. But at least he was a timid person. He was timid. I don't need one of them wild wackos coming in talking about, you know, I am the king of Zanzibar and I'm here to kill people. No, I don't need that on a Friday, people. I don't need that on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. I don't need that at all ever in my life, okay? I don't need people swinging machetes at me. I don't need people strolling on in, especially when it is 4:59 p.m. 1 more minute to 5 o'clock. And then I could have just gone inside, gonna do my overtime, and be done with it. Just be done with it. No. This has to happen. I don't need this much excitement in my life, people. I really don't. I really don't. But I live to tell the tale, obviously. Thank you, Jesus. So that is that with that upon that. It is Friday, 7/27/18. It is 7:06 as of now. I am going to change into my comfy cozies. I don't have a clue what I'm going to have to eat. I'm going to have to find something. And I am just going to max and relax. Because tomorrow, I have things to do. Okay? Responsibilities, people. They stop for no one. Unless you're dead. And I don't plan on being that anytime soon. Can never be too sure. Okay, that is it. That is all. This is Lips of the Day. And I like it. You know, it kind of grows on you. It is a pinky nude. Oh, excuse me. Gassy. It's a pinky nude. It's not a brownie nude. But I still like it. Okay. Check these rosy cheeks. All right. That is it. That is all. I love you. I love my YouTube family. Hit me up. Let me know what you think. And I will talk to you on Monday. Have a safe, careful, wonderful weekend. Okay? I love you. Mwah. Bye now.